This all began for Honda in 1959 with 4 riders and 1 American translator, if you like, for the first visit to the island. And this was on an RC 142, and all 4 riders, I think it was a 6th, a 7th, an 8th and a 10th place in the first ever visit here on the Isle of Man. That in itself, you know, travelling all the way from Japan here, back in those days, well before my time I might add, was an incredible achievement. And it's not until, I think, 1961 where they actually won races with Mike Howard on the 125 and the 250. And winning the Constructors' Prize, I think it was, within the first year. And the project then was about gathering data for the future. Where do we find ourselves now? The first time here for the new generation Fireblade. And what are we doing? Gathering data again for the future.
Hello and welcome to a sun-kissed Isle of Man for episode 4 of Beyond the Blade. It's a TT special this time. In the orange corner, we've got Glenn Irwin, the newcomer. He's made an astonishing start to his TT career. We're going to follow him for the whole of TT Fortnight. And in the gold corner, the king of the mountain, John McGuinness. He's here to make his 100th TT start. We followed the boys and the team for the whole thing. Let's get stuck into it.
The Isle of Man, in a single word to me, just intense. Intense on every level.
For the rider, for the competitor, there's just nothing like it. It's incredible.
This is a place where the real road race fans come. They want to be close to the bikes, they want to be close to the track, and they want the action.
I don't like to compare the other events, but it stands out. It's the ultimate.
Fast.
Amazing.
Exciting.
For me, I'm biased because I love the place. There's not many places left where you can be 2 foot away from the motorbike doing 180 miles an hour.
Fast, scary, insane.
Crazy, passion.
Mind-blowing.
Excitement.
Incredible.
3 words, TT. It's a bit nuts.
So it's all too easy to get carried away and just focus on the riders here at the TT course. But what we're going to do now is take a look at the teamwork required to help these bikes stand up to the punishment that the boys put into them.
This circuit, because it's a road circuit and it's so rough, it'll break things that you never see break on short circuits. So you've got to try and be belt and braces with everything, yeah, and just keep your eye on everything. Make sure it's all good still.
Yeah, it's definitely more nerve-wracking. Obviously, whenever you prepare a bike, you prepare it well, whether it's on a short circuit or a long circuit, but obviously the consequences are much more here, so it's definitely in the back of your mind.
The TT, I think it's definitely different to everywhere else that we go, and I think mechanicking-wise with the bikes, it's always check, 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 and you know, belt and braces with everything we do really, which is we always do anyway. It's just over and above here, definitely.
Yeah, there's a pressure on it. I mean, you do everything the same as you would do for a BSB meeting, but it's just that nth degree. I wouldn't say you try harder, but you just have more of a look around, a bit more of a think about what you're doing, make sure there's nothing distracts you.
The bike is slightly different just to adapt to the speeds and the stress that the bike has to support. It's long laps and you have to make sure that the bike comes back with the rider, everything in one piece.
Well, the TT, the difference is the bike spends a lot of time in the air.
So you've got to take that into account. It goes through a lot more. The suspension's completely compressed, the belly pan's touching the ground. Brakes seem to be going okay, actually. It's not that hard a braking as you think. They don't brake, basically. They leave braille and they might brake a little bit here and there, but most of the time it's just flat stick.
1, 2, never miss a few. He's been coming here since 1982. Just a boy from Morecambe with a cheeky glint in his eye, sat in the hedges watching Joey ride by. It's 1996. What's your name and what you on? Who's that new guy? I think his name is John. In a flash, there's a win. A new dog with new tricks. Vimto Honda singing, giving it big licks.
This though is your winner, John McGuinness for the Vimto team. What a ride.
2 stroke to 4, the big bikes came calling. It's 2006 and the boy is really hauling. The first 130, when winners come and go. 2007 belongs to John. The records will always show.
130 miles an hour. John McGuinness, the first man to crack that figure.
Win, 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 win after win after win. Is 2015 written off? Because the bookies, they are laughing. McPint holds his nerve and just serves everyone. Fireblade gets flirty at 30, catches John's eye. The old boy's still sharp, lap times never lie. For DJ, for Ronnie, and for Gus too. For Ewan, for Becky, and little Maisie Moo. 1, 2, never missed a few.
'99. 100.
Well done, mate. Well done.
He celebrated his 100th start this week and he did so by finishing 5th. So yeah, he's been absolutely great. On track, it's been a bible of knowledge. It's been absolutely crazy how much I've learned from him, and so open when I come to him with a query or whatever. I asked him for more advice. He says he's not giving me it now because we lap faster than him, but nah, he's just joking. He's a phenomenal teammate.
I'd say Glenn's going through the biggest challenge in motorcycle racing he's ever had. Certainly the most challenging course he will have ever ridden.
I knew why you can't rush it.
And he's relishing the challenge, which is brilliant. And most riders do when they come here. We enjoy it, and that's what gets us here in the first place, the excitement and the want to do it. And if it clicks, it's what brings you back.
Glenn, giddy school kid.
Glenn, surprisingly good, yeah.
From the way he's been going, he's done incredible, so for a newcomer, surprising.
He's doing a great job so far. He seems quite chilled and relaxed at the moment, and I think for his first year, the least amount of aggression you put into your riding, the faster you'll go naturally, and it's quite easy. Unfortunately, when you come back year 2, year 3, that's when you start to think about going faster and getting up the results, trying to step up onto the podium and possibly win races, and of course that's when it becomes more pressure, because you only put it on yourself to a certain degree. But Glenn's doing a fabulous job at the moment. He's going from strength to strength every time he throws his leg over the Honda Fireblades, and you know, hopefully he'll keep that mentality all the way through and until he gets to the podium.
You know, he's got a year under his belt now, and then next year he'll come back even stronger. So, but yeah, you've got David Todd, you've got Connor, and Honda have been strong at the TT for years. They're the most winning, you know, the strongest manufacturer here with the most wins, and so you know they've got to keep it going.
John is just so smooth. I can't believe that. You know, again, you know, the number of people saying to me they've been out watching, and even other riders when John's passed them saying, I can't believe how smooth he is, and it just looks effortless. That's John's secret. That's John's trick. That's how he deals with the TT. I think the TT really suits his style, and I'm really pleased and happy the way he's progressed, and loving working with the team and the bike, and you know, I wish him all the success here in 2022 and his 100th anniversary.
Now, John McGuinness as a competitor, you know, obviously, you know, John's a frustrating character because he's obviously so fast and so good at the Isle of Man TT, and he's good everywhere else. I think if he booked his ideas up, he could still be a lot faster everywhere else, but it's only really the TT that matters to him.
On the course, when you're up against John, you know how hard he's going to push, and no matter how hard you try, he will try harder.
Good guy. Yeah, best guy to work for.
Inspirational.
Fast.
Obsessive.
Big and fast.
One of the greatest, really, isn't it?
John, at the minute, because of his wins and his longevity and his success, is sort of running in that high 1, 2, 3 position as the king of the islands.
I've been lucky enough to be his teammate at the Isle of Man TT. What a great guy. Always on the road races for sure, puts in maximum effort. He's passionate about the whole thing. And pretty much, you know, he's an all-round good guy. Just a normal fella, really, racing motorbike.
Many people will admire him and remember his career for 23 TT wins, the first ever 130. But on a whole, like, John McGuinness is 18 years further into his career than I am, and he's always remained John McGuinness, and that's yeah, you nod your head to that.
So you may have seen in previous episodes of Beyond the Blade, I sometimes wear a natty kind of flat cap. I've eaten the whole thing, plus a slice of humble pie, just with that performance that Glenn put in here at the TT. Absolutely incredible. But that's it. The TT is finished. Harv and the boys are packing the bikes and the truck up. They're away on the ferry. They're home to get ready for the next round of BSB at Knock Hill. If you've enjoyed this episode of the show, make sure to like, subscribe, all those good things, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Well, apart from the result, and apart from being in gold leathers and looking absolutely full factory, I got sucked into getting a tattoo made last night. David Todd was going to get a McPint on his backside, and I was going to get a DT on my ass, and then I went for the sort of the 100 start and the map of the TT course, so I think it's quite cool. My mother is going to go mental because my mother said to me, don't ever come back with a tattoo, so I'm going to try and hide that.